So, who's coming?
How do I look?
Dangerous.
Yes! Ooh, ooh.
Dr. Lord.
Mayor Lowell, how good of you to come.
Said the spider to the fly.
We are at war with the criminals who bring drugs into this town and poison our children. We can't afford stonewalling and incompetence from the very people who should be protecting us. I promise you, I am cleaning house.
Please. He is such a pompous windbag. I swear, if I have to listen to that man pontificate for another 4 years, I shall go stark raving mad.
Don't. Back somebody else.
Oh, you have someone in mind?
Hey, you're the hometown sweetheart here, not me. Why don't you just open your phone book, and I'm sure you can find somebody in there with name recognition, the ethics, the drive, other than my wife, of course, who doesn't seem to want to bother taking on that pompous windbag.
Come on, Charlie.
What?
I have a new husband, you, and I'm happy. I don't want to turn my life upside down.
Then, like I said, back somebody else.
The thing is, whoever runs against him is going to have the support of the town council. Yeah. They have to have enough money to wage a proper campaign, and they have to have the experience to actually make a difference when he or she is elected.
And my guess is that's a pretty short list.
Do you have any idea what it would do to us, to this family, if I were to run for mayor?
No, I don't.
Thank you.
But I do have a pretty good idea of how things would go if you don't. 4 more years of you belly aching about Mayor Lowell, throwing a remote at the TV set. I mean, come on. I married a tiger. Give him hell.
Well, I'd like you to meet my grandniece, Starr Manning.
Oh. It's a pleasure. You're a student at Llanview High?
I'm a senior here. Excuse me, I just still need to print out my fall schedule. And I have you down for Tuesdays from 9 to 2.
It's already on my calendar.
Okay.
You're doing some kind of volunteer work at the school?
We'd like to call it the Hope Brigade.
And it's hardly voluntary. You see, we're all helping to care for Starr's baby.
Aren't you a little young to be having a child?
I appreciate the vote of confidence, okay? But as much as I really hate the idea of another 4 years of Stanley Lowell, I don't think this family should be in the spotlight right now.
Hey, your family is fine. Natalie and Jared are almost as happy as we are.
What about Jessica? If I run against Lowell, he will drag out everything that has happened since Nash died.
Well, why don't you just talk it over with her? See how she feels about it. Because she looks to me like she's getting stronger every day. She's got Brody in her corner. And if you ask me, if she were to see you take on something like this, it would do nothing but give her more hope. Viki.
What?
Llanview needs you. This Lowell guy's a disaster.
Well, the polls don't agree.
Well, that's only because the guy running against him is a bigger clown than he is. And from what I hear, he's planning on dropping out right away. You want Lowell to run unopposed? I mean, sure, he talks a good game. He's got this pitch about how he's going to end cronyism and corruption.
Yeah, and then he shut down your job site because I refused to endorse him.
Well, that just goes with the territory when you're married to a big cheese.
You know, Charlie, I love this town. I mean, this is my home. It just makes me sick to think that somebody as craven as Stanley Lowell gets to decide its future. Do you know that he's already talking about selling off parcels of the riverfront to a casino? He's been in Harrisburg getting votes to legalize gambling.
Kind of sounds like a speech to me, Viki B.
No, we have to stop this.
Wait, stop what? I mean, stop talking about the future of your hometown, your kids' hometown, your grandkids. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this is one of the most important conversations that we've ever had.
I'm not pregnant.
Oh, thank God.
But I was. I had my daughter when I was 16. She may not have been planned, but I couldn't love her anymore. She changed my life.
I'm sure she has.
Starr is a wonderful mother.
Excuse me.
Children having children. What a shame.
It was a bit of a challenge at first, but the family decided to pitch in so that we could make sure that Starr finished school.
Yes. Tuesdays from 9 to 2.
Don't worry, though. I promise you it's not going to interfere with my fundraising for your campaign. Though someone may have to sub for me once I go back to work.
You're going back to work?
As chief of staff of the hospital.
I wasn't aware there was an opening.
It could be decided that we needed a new chief of staff. My name could be mentioned. You're on the board. Mayor, you have my vote. May I count on yours?
Sorry, it's out of the question.
Sorry, Mayor. I'm afraid I don't understand.
The current chief of staff is a personal friend and a major contributor to several of my campaigns.
And you feel that you owe him?
I do owe him. And I'm a man of principle, Dr. Lord.
I respect that. I totally respect it. But what if, for example, I were to raise 3, 5, 10 times as much as the chief?
My hands are tied. I'm sorry.
Well, then I'm afraid I'm sorry, too.
What do you mean?
I'm very sorry that I won't be able to rally my very wealthy, very influential friends around your re-election campaign.
I wasn't aware this was a quid pro quo.
Now you know.
I'm sure we can come to some kind of an agreement.
I'm afraid my hands are tied.